Hello. If you're here early, I just decided to go early to start the stream early, not officially just yet, but I wanted to try out a few things that I did with my stream deck, so I'll do that for like 5 minutes and then we will officially start. But if you're here early, welcome. Bloop. Hello. So yeah, I added a few things. Actually, I added two things to my Stream Deck setup, and those are basically, it was getting super annoying. In fact, so annoying that I stopped doing shorts for like a week or so, because just the fact of me having to go through 2.5 hours of footage to find moments to clip or create into clips to then turn into shorts was just not working. It was such a waste of time. So I'm gonna try and add markers now every time I think something might be short worthy, so that when I go back to the video, to the VOD, I don't have to scrub the entire thing finding those moments. So I just want to try and see how this works. So basically I have a button here, and if I say something like marker, so if I click on it, it doesn't work. See, that's why you test things. Hold on. It's just showing a big exclamation mark. So let me see if this works. So account, yeah, that's my account title marker. So only works when you're live. I'm live. Wonder if it's doing it in, I just don't know about it. Do I have to hold it? I don't think so. Let's try again. Boop. Oh, now it worked. So basically that should have added a mark. I can't see it anywhere here, but it should have added a mark in the video so that I can go back to it and check that moment. Also, I'm gonna try this. So there's also another button for clipping. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Yes, you can see that. There's another button for clipping that I just lost it. Okay, come on, don't be shy. So this would allow me to create clips, and that goes to my account. I don't really care about the title. Oh, so that would click. I probably that. Okay, so that the way that works is that's what I manually do. I just go back to the VOD, and I just realized the music is still playing. Hold on. Okay, shut up. I also added this sounds from voice mod. I don't know if I'll ever use them, but I have them there just in case. Like, for example, if something is just too sad, I can just do this. Like, something goes wrong, or if something is too obvious and I didn't see it, I can just go, bruh. I can give myself a pat in the back, and if something goes right and everything goes according to plan, I can just say. And if something's really pretty. So yeah, I have those. I don't think I'll use them. They can get annoying really fast, but yeah. Let's see if I can create a clip out of that and have fun later on. So I can click that, and yeah, I created a clip for it, and maybe that'll make my life easier moving on when creating content for YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So yeah. And all right, so it's officially 7:30 now, so we can actually start. I'm gonna close this out. And we're off to the races. I'm gonna go do the self-promotion right away. So you get to see me doing that, I'm sorry. Let's start with Blue Sky. New post. Yes. Twitch. Maybe we can put on some music while we're doing this. I need more music, by the way. Right now, I only have one clip that I hastily downloaded from YouTube. And it just plays over and over again. So that also can get pretty annoying. This is the kind of mood that I like for the stream, you know, like it's not too distracting, but at least it keeps the vibes up, I believe. But you can also give me ideas about what kind of music you like to hear on live streams generally. Why is it cutting off though? It's cutting off on my end only? I can hear it cutting off. Hold on. Huh. Maybe it's my computer. I hope my computer behaves today. So let's get this out of the way real quick. Post. So how is everyone doing? Hope you're having a great day today. I know it's Monday, but be patient. In no time, we'll get to Friday again. Let's go to this, Twitter. Finally, Discord. Oh, I forgot to put on chat. Where is the chat window? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. No, that's not it. That's not it. You are it. Hamad, how you doing? Sorry, man. I was ignoring you. It's good now? What is good now? Oh, the music? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's weird. How you doing, man? So nice to see you. Right, close that. And let's open a Chrome window here. All good. Awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear. I had a pretty rainy day today here in Costa Rica. It was raining from dawn to dusk. It's great when you're indoors, though. I love a nice gloomy rain on the window kind of day. Let's see. TT adds dash new dot test. That's great. Was it admin? I think it was. I think it's Arturo. Ugh. Ooh. Rather, ooh. Okay, let's fix this garbage. Am I in the right place? TTS new? Yeah. Do you get like the 4 seasons all year round, or is it more like summer and winter only? Because that's all we get here. It's like rainy and non-rainy. Mostly rainy. There is no I forget the word. No spring and no, what's the other one? Hold on. I know this. Spring, winter, no, before winter. Jesus. We always have hot weather. Sorry about that. Maybe you're used to it. I myself prefer the cold. Like, if I have to choose between cold and hot, I go for cold. Because it's easier to get hot when you are cold, but it's not easier to get cold when when the weather is hot. Fall. Jeez, that was hard. So we don't get spring or fall. We only get rainy season and summer. That's it. Are you good? Good. Okay, so you used to it? Yeah, I bet. Here's what I want to do today because last time I added this to drop downs, but I think I was too hastily on my decision. I too hastily decided to go for, what was it, Stack UI, which is great. I mean, it's a great library and it speeds up a lot of the process of creating components, but I think I want to dial it back again because as good as a library that it is, I kind of want to do it myself because the form that I want to create does not have too much complexity. And I don't think it warrants me to bring in an entire library of components just to have inputs, text areas, drop downs, checkboxes, and radios. You know? I think I did it because I didn't want to create a component myself, but to be honest, if I'm only going to have those kind of inputs, I don't see why I should bring an entire library of components just for it. So I think I'm gonna dial back, remove Stack UI, and then try to do, and not try, and then do the drop downs, select drop downs myself, which is good practice as always. So before I remove the library, I'm going to transform these two dropdowns into normal dropdowns. Then I get that I actually create as a component myself. Let me just make sure that everything looks fine here. Yeah. Good, good, good. All right. Zoom in a little, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the text input, which is in resources, views, components. We have a text input here. And I'm going to copy that. Create a new file, call it select dropdown. Did I not copy it? Oh, I copied the file. That's yoink and paste. Okay. So now I can then take this and replace it with just select. I believe I have to slot and then close the select. This way I just get all of the classes that the text input has. Let me just make sure that I'm not putting anything extra. No, that's fine. Get the disable too. Save this, go back to the add form, create add, sorry. Let's try this one. So I already have the business types. But I guess, let me go back real quick to create add component because I think I was doing some stuff to it just to adhere to whatever the tool stack UI component required me to. And maybe it's not here, maybe it's in the form. Add form. Again, no. Where was it? Ah, here. This business types, a lot of things I was doing to just get an array when I can just do one thing, just get the get this into a collection, and that's it. I can deal with a collection myself and just build all of the options without having to mutate this into something else. So I can just do this. Save that, and now we can go to create add. And let's do X select drop down. And now we can just add options to it. Let's try with the one option, value. And whatever we put here for the label. Let's iterate over one sec. Oh yeah, this is for business types. So we can just iterate over business types as business type. For the value, we are going to use business type ID, and for the label, business type do that. Description. Yeah. Now let's remove this line and see how the dropdown looks now. Yep, looks nice. Good enough. Why is the back? Well, the background, I don't know why the text area has a different background, but that's fine. Maybe because I didn't add a bunch of classes to it. No, I did. I did. Just behaves differently. All right, so now I can just add an extra option here myself. Have it as null. Choose your type. There. Right, let's do the same for the one below. And the good thing about this is that I get more control over it. It's not a, it's no longer a black box for me. So as good as a good library that TallStack UI is, always try to resist the temptation to bring in an entire library of components if your application doesn't merit that complexity. So you don't get the all of the components that come with the library, but you gain control over your application and it's more easy to see what's happening in it and, you know, make changes to it. Look at the split. I think you have, I do. It's not double S, isn't it? Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. So it's just one S, not an English speaker here. So it's just BUSINESS. Common mistake? Yeah. Sorry. It's easily correctable. Look at this. Shift Command F. Let's look for business. Can I do a replace here? First of all, respect caps, and can I do a replace? Edit. Replacing 5. Shift Command A. Shift Command H. Okay. Shift Command H. There you go. Replace with this just one S. Like so. And looks good. Let's do it. If it breaks, it breaks. We'll fix it. Is this the button? Replace all. Enter. Yes. All right. Now do the small cap. Mhm. Oh, I would need to rerun my migrations if that is the case. Yep. Yeah, that would have been nice too, but I just had to do two instead of one, and now I need to rebuild my database because I changed some fields in it. No biggie. Migrate fresh seed. Ooh, first problem. Class app models business type not found. Where is it? This is in the database. Okay. Funny that it didn't correct that one. Let me see there. Really? Did it not rename the? It didn't rename the file. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Gotta be the models. There you go. I think that's the only one. Try again. Good. All right. Awesome. Thank you, by the way. It's very hard for me to see those kind of mistakes until very, very late. It's good that we got to correct it this early. Why is this light mode and not dark mode? Why? Is it because of the guest layout? Is it? One sec. Yeah. We modified tailwind.config.js to make dark mode depending on the class in the document, but we forgot to update the guest layout in our project, which is generally a common mistake when you're doing stuff with Breeze and changing things with Tailwind JS, Tailwind CSS. So yeah, there's always two layouts, app and guest. Always remember that if you do this, change both layouts. The app layout, which is for when you're authenticated, and the guest layout for when you're not. And it's typically used on all of the registration forms, everything that has to do with resetting your password, etc. So it's a good thing to remember. So everything should be good now. Yep. Okay. Doodle sample.com. Password is password. Looking good. Let's change this one. kind of uncomfortable. Wait. There. All right. That wasn't hard enough. That wasn't hard at all. I don't know why I didn't do it last time. I'm lazy, that's why. But sometimes taking the easy route may lead to complications later. So better to do the hard things early and everything becomes easier later on. So the next thing that we should do is, let's go back to the old project. I think we were starting to do, I think we have to move on to the booking side of things. Let me see. Ads, create. Right. Okay, so first thing I want to cover is when you select a radio station, you should get the service. So I need this functionality here. Let's check the code and see what do we need to do. So in Filament World, we were just doing it live in the radio station ID. Sorry. And then on the service ID, it's visible only when we select the radio station ID. And when we do have a value, we find the services associated with that radio station and then show them in a radio group. So we need the services relationship, which means that we need the service model, which means that we need the service migration. I believe I have the migration already. I don't know if I have the model. I do because I copied all of them, right? See? Yeah, there is a service, and if I'm not mistaken, there is already relationships created with radio station having services, yes, and service belonging to radio station. And let's double check the database either. Yeah, there is a service. Okay, it should work. So let's figure out the show and hiding first. I believe we should reach for Alpine JS in this case, because everything showing and hiding something, it's a client interaction, nothing that has nothing to do with the server side. So let's try and first draw the field set for the radius. Let's see. This is the radio station, right? Okay, so let's add a div here. Fried rice! Hi, man, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Let's copy all these classes here. Visual inside double quotes, yoink, and 9 down, paste. Wrong place. Do that again, paste. Okay, I need the class. Do that again. Class and paste. Okay. So we have the div. Now we need an input label. Actually, no, yeah, an input label. X input label value. Wait, yeah, no. This would be. How does it look? What did it say? Service. Now for the input, I think we can reach for maybe let's add a label. Whoop. Let's just go label. And then we draw, this will be an input type radio name service ID. Oh yeah, we have to wire model this two dropdowns. I'll do that in a second. Service ID, value, no, that'll be wire model, I think. And we do need a value. I'm not going to do that just yet. And then just after that, we are going to have a span maybe, or just a label. This would be, let's just type it out for now. We'll make it dynamic in a moment. Just want to see how it looks. All right, not too bad. Let's try and add some separation between the input and the label. We can manage that with a class here with, let's do a flex item center, because you see how this is kind of maybe let's just see what it does. Flex item center first. Save that. All right, it's way too close, but at least it's more center to the text. See, and it's kind of hard to see, but let's compare. Without it, it's kind of lower than the text on the low end. With it, it's more in the center. I hope that makes sense. And then we can add a gap or space X No, let's go with cap. Cap 2. Good. All right, that looks good. Good enough. Yeah. Is it me or the text inside the input is bigger than the label? What's the text size on the label, by the way? Input label. Why are you reaching for my other project? Huh. Anyway, input label. Font medium. Text SM. Let's do those. Font medium. Text SM. That looks better. All right, now I want this entire section to be hidden and only show when this has a value. So first of all, we need to wire model these two dropdowns. So this is wire model. This would be form business type ID, if I'm not mistaken. Just check first. We need to add form. I'm doing, sorry, I'm doing camel case. Why did I choose to do camel case? Good question. Hey myself, why did I choose to do camel case if it looks weird? I immediately went for lowercase here for snake case. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe because I always use camel case, but here's the thing. I think I should go back to snake case because these represent database columns. Database columns are always in snake case. And the fact that my mind immediately went for snake case, thinking, yeah, this is a database column, this is a, and also all of the properties in models are snake case because they are database columns. I think the form should have all of the properties in snake case. Yeah, I don't know what past me was thinking there. I'm sure I'm gonna break a lot of stuff with this, but never mind. Okay, business type ID and then radio station ID. I need another one. Yoink, yoink, paste. No, sorry. Yoink, yoink, paste. There we go. Change inside word and radio station ID. Save that. Go back to the template. And let's wire model this one here. All right, now I should make this wire model live. If I don't do wire model live, it's only going to reflect changes when I submit the form or what was the other scenario? Yeah, whenever the component re-renders, that's when wire model changes would take effect. In this case, I want the changes on this field to take effect as soon as I change the value. And I should have an event for this. And there should be an event for change. Let's go and check. Events, there we go. Is it events or forms? I think it's forms or actions rather. No. All right, there's a change on the wire model. There are times when the behavior of blur isn't exactly what you want, and instead change is. I think that's my case here. For example, if you want to run validation every time a select input is changed, not exactly validation, but kind of in the same field, by adding change, Livewire will send a network request and validate the property as soon as the user selects a new option, as opposed to blur, which will only update the server after the user taps away from the select input. I think change is what I need. But then again, what do I run when it changes? Oh, there is a Livewire. There's a Livewire. What is it called? A life cycle hook that fires whenever I'm updating or updated a property. Let's try one of those. Mount, no. Boot, update. Client-side users can update public properties in many different ways, most commonly by modifying an input in wire model on it. Livewire provides convenient hooks to intercept updating of a public property so that you can validate or authorize a value before it's set, or after, rather. Updating, no. I need the updated. So updated will give me the property. What about the value? Well, the value is already in the public property, of course. Right. So yeah, we can work with this. Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, you can do updated. Yeah, you can create the function name to be called as the, rather the function signature to be updated, and then the property name, so that this will only fire when that property name is updated. I think that's exactly what we need, so that when you change the value of the dropdown, Then we can create an updated, in this case will be radio station ID. And then we can then run something to look for all of the services. Then there will be a render. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So it's not wire model live, it's wire model change. And then we can go back to the form, I believe. Yep. Because the documentation refers to this kind of functionality on components, but a form, it's also a Livewire component. So it has to have that same functionality, I think. Let's try it. Let's add a method here. Let's call it updated radio station ID. And I'm counting on Livewire to do the case changing on its own, like recognizing this is snake case and then change that to or rather recognize that this is the same as this. We'll see if it actually works. So this will take nothing because we're only firing on one property. And it's just for testing. Let's do dd this radio station ID just to see everything working. Saved everything. Yes, I did. All right, let's see. If I choose a radio station A, nothing happens. Cool. Why? Does it have to be in the freaking component? Was there a network request? Let's see. Reload that. Yes, there was an update. So we made a trip to the server, but nothing happened. How come? Okay, no. Can't be. Let's try it without the name. Let's see if updated and then property works. It's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. It is wire modeled, isn't it? Yes, because there was a trip to the server. Reload. Huh. All right. What if I do it in the component itself? Yoink. Will that work? Yeah. Dang it. Oh, but look. At least I have a complete path to the property, which is form dot radio station ID. Will this work? did I do that? No, not that. Delete inside parentheses. There you go. Maybe this form radio station ID. What was that? I don't know. All right, let's try this. Radio station, select. Yay, that's better. I think so. All right, so now we can intercept changes to the form's radio station ID. When that happens, I need to reach for the radio station services and populate a collection that is going to then show it as radio inputs. Right now, it's going to be a collection of 1, but it might be that a radio station can offer different services. So we're going to future-proof that. So let's take a look at the code as it was written in the other side, because we probably have to do the same here. I'm going to copy all of this and just modify it based on the context. Copy this. All right. We do need a bunch of services, that I know, but we can have that just like we have business types and radio stations. We can have another public property here called services. Which we are going to initialize as null right away. Then, instead of services, I can just say this services. I hope it's not going to complain about accessing this without being initialized, because I'm initializing it right there. And then use radio station, which I probably have to import, and then find. And for this, I'm going to use the value from this form radio station ID, which is what I just selected. And then on that find, I reach for the services relationship. That will give me a collection of services. I put it here. I don't have to morph the options, or maybe I do, because I do need to have the description of the service, 30 seconds, and then the service price. So instead, yeah, I'm going to leave that as that. Let's change this name. Radio station services. Better. Services, then options, create an array, and then I can just say this radio station services equals options. Okay. All right. So now let's go back to the template real quick. Find these. Create a for each loop here for each radio station services as service. We can have the value of the service ID. Do I have to wire model this, or do I have to provide the value? I'm gonna try. It feels like I need to do this wire model form service ID like that. And this I can just change to service. No, yeah, service. I do have to give it a value, don't I? Can't forget that this is an array. Oh, it's a key value, right? Yeah, I do have to give it a value here because otherwise Livewire is not going to know what to assign the wire model property if it doesn't have a value in it. So when we click on it, it's going to say, oh, this is a value of 1, then put that into form service ID. Service ID. I think that's it. Oh no, I have to close it for each. No, that's it. Yeah, I know, I know. Don't have to yell. Maybe you do. What's happening? Oh, null given, of course. This might be null. And it can be null. Could be, it has to be like an empty array. Let's go back. Let's just initialize it as an empty array instead. Save as a headache. There you go. Now I can see the label. I'm gonna fix that in a moment. But if I choose a radio station, boom, there you go. This is a good moment to use that. Thank you, thank you. I know. All right, so now I just need to hide the label, or the whole thing actually. So now we can reach for Alpine. Alpine.js. There's an X-if. Yep. Let's try using in the template on this div here, x if wire form, no, yeah, wire form service ID, no, radio station ID. We do have a value there. That means that we show the dropdown. See if that works. Doesn't. How to the com? Probably because I need an Alpine.js scope. Maybe. No? Crap. Is there an error in the console? Yeah. Oh. Xif can only be used on a template tag. All right. Okay. Fair, fair. All right. No errors. Can't see anything. But if I select a radio station, it flickers. Let's try that again. All right, there it is. Now we get the same functionality that we had, but with more control over what's happening. More control equals good. All right, moving along. I think that's good there. Next thing would be whenever you select a service, we populate the this other dropdown with the available dates. Let me see if I'm forgetting something. Wire form. I didn't create the service ID. Did I? Nope. Public service ID. There you go. Equals new from the start. Save it. And I think what we have to do here is basically the same thing. Whenever we need to intercept the update of the service ID, and then check for both values, check for values in both the radio station ID and the service ID. Populate another array or collection. It'll be a collection probably. And then show the dropdown. Okay, let's try that. Let's do a public function right away. Updated form service ID. In fact, let's go and bring over the logic from the previous project. Service ID, make scheduled add. This is the select. It's called scheduled add. And this is the logic. Not yoink. Copy. All right, let's modify this to work in our context. So dates. That seems like the property that I need. So let's put it up here. Public dates. And I'm not going to initialize it here. I'm going to initialize it on mount. I can probably get rid of these lines here. And I'm going to do that because I want this to be a collection. So this dates equals collect. And that'll be an empty collection at the start. So we can remove this. Did I use this? Yes. So dates period, we need the carbon period class imported. There you go. We need carbon as well. We need support. So carbon period, create carbon now, start of day, and use 1 day intervals. And then go from now into the future 4 days and till the end of day. So it's always going to be, the drop down is going to have current day plus 4 days in the future. And for each dates period as date, we fill in the dates collection with a formatted date like this, year, month, day for the value, the ID, sorry, no, the value, and the label will be the same date, but formatted like this, month, day, year. And then we don't need to return anything because this is all going into a public property. And we should, I don't remember. So I should make sure this, I remember that there was a logic to disable certain dates. Let me see where that is. Disable option 1. So yeah, this logic should also be in here. That way we can check for the radio station ID, get the schedule for the radio station based on the selected wait. Oh, this is for each of those dates. So disable option when runs for each of the dates. So I have to check for each date, check each date against the radio station schedule. It's probably a better way to do this. Okay, so this schedule has a bunch of, okay. I already forgot what I was doing here. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Let's bring in everything from here. See how I'm probably going to need some sign on this collection to signal if this state is disabled or not, right? How about I do this? Let me see if I can remember the command. So y surround towards semicolon and put that in square brackets. Awesome. So what I think I can do is make this another key value pair. So we have the date, and then in here I can have a true or false. That way, when I'm iterating over this array, then I take the first key, and that'll be the ID for the option, or the value for the option. And then that'll give me a key value pair. And I just check the key of that array. And if it is true, then I put that key as a label. I always put that key as a label, but I use the value of that key, whether it's true or false, to set the option as disabled or not. Kind of tricky. Let's see if I can pull it off. So that true or false value, that's what I have to set. Can I do something like this? No, that's too complicated. Yeah, no. Overcomplicating things. Disabled. Let's just use a disabled variable. Then let's see if I can paste this here. Instead of checking for the get, I'm going to check for this form radio station ID. So if we have selected a radio station ID, what is this value? Oh, this would be the date. Do I need to parse it? I don't, because it's already a carbon instance. So I don't need to parse it again. Yeah. So radio station, I use radio station, make sure that it's imported. And then find using this form radio station ID. That'll give me one radio station. Then I get the schedule for that radio station. I don't understand why I can't change that here. I can probably do that. Oh, because I need a schedule. Okay. Oh, I can just replace this. Do we need it again anywhere? Radio station, date. No. Let's replace this with schedule instead. And then just chain this to the end. Better. So schedule is just radio station find using the radio station ID, reach for the schedules relationship, and why am I not using parentheses here? Interesting. I would have thought I had to do this, right? I probably do. Let's leave it like that for now. And if it fails, I'll come back to it. So reach for the schedules. Make sure that the schedule for the radio station is in between the date that I'm iterating on currently. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make, I'm making this query for each date. Don't like it. No. But I have to. Can I do a where in a collection? Because if I can, I just prefetch all of the schedules and then I do where with date. Let me see if I can do that. Probably can. Digging deeper, I think, was it? Yes, collections, available methods. Give me where, give me where, give me where. There you go. So if I have a collection, product, test, or price. Hopefully this works with carbon instances. Yeah, because I don't want to do a find for each of the dates. So I can just so that'll give me all of the collections, all of the schedules. And then I just do a where on the collection itself. Which I believe is what it was doing already. That's why I was not using parentheses, because the where is running on not on the relationship query builder, but on the resulting collection from reaching into the relationship. So it should work in the same way. So I have a collection. I only run this find once and I get all of the schedules for this radio station ID. And then I just reach into that radio state, into that collection, filter by the current date and get the first one. And based on this result is what I'm going to set the disabled variable. I want to see if this works. So let's go and tinker with it first, because I have several doubts. Tinker well, please. Let's open. Okay, let's copy all of this. Actually, let's do all of this first. Yeah, all of it. Copy it there. Yeah, import all of the classes. Illuminate support carbon. That's fine. Why do you put it there? What are you complaining about? Oh, carbon period. Sorry. Okay. I get it. Let's bring all of this. All right, that's better. So dates period, then for each period as date. String starts at class radio station. Radio station, we need radio station imported. Thank you. Okay, what else? Oh, need to replace this with an actual radio station ID, which I believe is just one. This if, by the way, should not be here. All right, you clean up. I don't need this if, but I do have to fix it. Was that outside the for each? No. I just screwed up the brackets. Never mind. All right, so for each date, disable equals false. Get the schedules, query the schedule, find out if it's disabled, and then set the dates array. And at the end, I'm just going to output that. Let's see if it works. All right. So this part of the array is going to be the value of the option. And then I just check for this, which gives me another, if I grab this, gives me another array with a key and whether true or false. See how this one's false? That means not disabled. I should change that logic. That's gonna be confusing. Probably just do that, right? Whoa, what did I just do? Wait, what? Ah, because I'm okay. When okay. I changed this from a boolean into, wait, no. Why is array filter giving me the array? This is giving me the slots or the actual starting and end date of that schedule on that date. Hmm. No. But which one is supposed to be not disabled? So I have 4, 5, and 6. 7 and 8 has to be disabled. So 7, 8, 9 actually. Oh, I have to change the... I have to change the date. What is it? Not the locale, but the date time zone. Because it's giving me the 9th as well. So if it's an empty array, then disable it. See if that works. Not disabled, not disabled, yes disabled, yes disabled. Okay, it's a little better. Parsing this is going to be kind of complicated though. I shouldn't do this so complicated, to be honest. What if instead I just do label? And then disable. Yeah, that's better, way better. That way I don't have to reach into array keys and extracting the array key from the array and using it as a value, etc. Right now, every iteration gives me the key, which is the value for the option, and then another array that I can reach into label for the label, and then whether or not it's disabled or not. Yeah, better. So I'm gonna copy this, replace it in here. Should probably add that at the beginning so it's easier to read. And because I'm going to forget, when array filter turns an empty array, means the date in question does not have any available schedules. Therefore, should be marked as disabled. All right. Let's fix this if, because this schedule thing should be, no, wait. The if should be outside the for each. I'm creating a mess. Wait. Oh, for the love of God, come on. There. All right. So let me check my logic here. If we have a radio station selected when we updated the service ID, then we do a for each for the dates period. Should move this into the if, so we don't do this if we don't have to. So we have a radio station ID, then we create a dates period, iterate over that, set disable to false on each iteration, grab the schedules. See, this should be outside there. Move this back. Grab the schedule collection, iterate over the dates, set false on each iteration, query the schedule based on the date, set the disabled flag based on the date format, then set the resulting dates array. This, by the way, should be these dates. So these dates, date equals, I changed this. Label. And disable. All right. Now we have an array of dates. Let's see if we can create a dropdown. Head back to the template. And let's create another X dropdown, which we already have one here. I'm gonna copy this. Let's copy this dropdown here. Yoink. And because I want to hide it, I'm going to put it inside a template as well. We'll deal with that in a moment. And then just paste it. Fix indentation. All right, so this X input label, this would be date. What's the date? What did I call it? Yeah, date. It's going to be wire to scheduled at. Just add that right away before I forget. Go to the add form, public service, no, scheduled at. Set that to no. Select date. And then for each dates as date so the value here is going to be date. Wait, for each date as date and then value. Option. Let's call it option because then I can say the value will be option value. No, the date is the value. And then I can do disable. No, let's do it like this. Option disable. Ternary operator. We output disabled if that's the case. Otherwise, we put an empty string. And then for the content, we use option label, we said. Yes. Now this is going to be visible X if wire form is going to be visible if we have a radio station and a service selected. Radio station ID and wire form service ID. Save that and let's give it a try. Not you, you. All right, no visible inputs yet. So let's choose a radio station. That gives me a service. And if we choose, it's not gonna work. You know why? Oh, wait, it worked. But it didn't fill in this. And I think it's because this one here is not wire model change. Let me see. Can do it here. Where's the service? Radio station name. Service ID, this should be wire model change. See if that works. Yeah. Radio station, service. Yay! Does that sound choppy to you? Because it sounds choppy to me. I'll have to look at the video later. Anyway, so that worked. Now we have the selected, I have two dependent inputs. This one depending on the radio station, service depending on the radio station, and date depending on those two. And I am disabling the right dates. Let's change the time zone before I forget. That is in app, I think. .php. Debug URL, time zone. It's UTC by default. Let me open the .env to change that because I don't remember if I have anything crucial there. I'm gonna do this. Open the env file, and then change the time zone. There is nothing to worry about here. Change the time zone to America. I think it's Denver because I am in Mountain Standard Time, or Central, I think, and that equates to America Denver. So that's UTC -6. See if that works. Radio station, service, and I should only, there you go. So it's the date to today's date, which is the 4th, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 dates in the future. Woo, woo. All right, so what else? We're doing good time, don't I? Aren't we? Yeah. Let's go long today. I'm feeling productive. So maybe 2.5 hours, 3 if we don't get stuck. Let's just keep going. This is fun. All right, so what's the next one? So we went from here to here. Now we need this. This is gonna be fun. So whenever we select a date, then we're going to grab all of the spots or time slots where we can choose multiple, and all of them are going to add to the total. So each one of these is going to be $12 each, and I have to show the total every time I select one of those. Maybe I can do maybe I can do a 2-column split. Show the total on one side. Yeah, I don't need this quantity here. I don't need that input anymore. Let's remove it. Well, I'm gonna keep it just as reference because I need this to, I mean, the quantity, it's what I'm going to set into the checkout session for battle. So I'm gonna keep it there for now. All right, so let's set this select dropdown to change as well. So we select a scheduled add date, then we run another update function in our component, which is getting super big, by the way. Should find a way to put all of this logic here. Update, update. How could we extract that into something else? Different place. Maybe a trait? Oh, we'll think about it later. Let's just dump everything in here and then we can worry about optimizing it, cleaning it in the beginning. Cleaning it up later. Cleaning it up later. Cleaning it up. All right. New function. This will be updated form what? Scheduled at. Which, by the way, do I have that already? I think I do. That form? Yeah, I do. All right, when that happens, let me go grab that logic from the previous project. Logic from the previous project, yeah. It should be time slots. Here we go. So I check for values on the previous inputs, create a date, grab the radio station, create a slots collection. This is probably my property. Query the schedule collection based on the date, which comes from schedule at. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this. Then do array filter to get the start and end date of that shift. If we have shift, then destructure that into two variables, because this is start and that start at and ends at, then create two carbon instances out of those. Create a carbon period array based on the start time using the interval in minutes from the arrays for the interval of that carbon period from start to end, and then iterate over each of those, format the date, and put that into the array. Easy peasy. Let's grab all of this. You're coming with me. Except you. Copy. Paste. Missing one bracket. Missing more than one bracket. There. Okie dokie. So this if is stop it. Stop it. This form radio station ID. This form service ID. And this form scheduled at. So if we have values on all of those three, then we continue. Grab the date from schedule at. Turn it into a carbon instance. Radio station comes from this form radio station ID. Okay. Let's add these slots all the way up here, public, let's call it time slots. This is a collection, so let's initialize it here. Time slots equals collect. All right. Keep going. Where am I? Here. All right, no need to do this. Schedule equals radio station schedules queried by starts at and ends at. Get the first one, then do service find this form service ID. Yep. Then grab the shift using array filter. And if we do have a shift, then meaning this is not an empty array, then we create starts at and ends at based on that array shift, start time and end time, carbon instances, create a carbon period starting at start time using whatever it's in the service interval in minutes. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. That'll be the interval up to the end time. And then for each time as time, we do formatted time. Please stop doing this crap. Thank you. Pet peeve of mine, don't mix cases unless it's necessary. Formatted time, time format. That'll be a 24-hour format, and the raw value would be military format, 24-hour format. And then we can do this slots, this actually time slots, raw time equals formatted time. Okay, now we have a bunch of slots. Now we need to draw all of those checkboxes, which is very similar to what we did with the radio inputs. So let's find those. Let's actually grab the whole template. Yoink. And let's put it here. Paste. I said paste. Now this would be if we have a radio station ID and wire form service ID and wire form scheduled at. We have those three, then we show this. It's not going to be services. It's going to be time slots or time. How do I call it? Time. Time slots. So for each time slots as value label, right? Yes. Value label. Then we do a label. This is going to stay the same. This input is going to be a type check box name. Oh yeah. What did I call this? Time slots. Yeah. Think you have to do this so that it'll be an array. Think so. Time slots value will be value. Yeah. We don't. We do need a wire model change. I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe it'll be something like that. One model change time slots, and then on the add form we can have a public time slots array. Okay. Check boss, check boss. I saw it. I saw it. The hell did I just do? Is it find? Oh, I have to do question mark. Check boss. Change inside. Check box. Thank you. And then this will be the label. Let's call them better. Raw time. Formatted time. I hate it when you do that. No, this would be raw time, like so. And then the label is the formatted time. Man, okay. Will it work? Let's find out. Radio station, service, date, error. What is this? Service? Oh, models. Of course. Of course. You need to import the classes always. Listen, create, add, service. Where is it? Here, found it. Please. Again, radio station, service, date. Nice. They could use some formatting, I'm aware, but at least they work. All I need to do is make sure that when I click on it, there is an array that is being modified on the form. For that, let me do another updated function here. Updated form time slots. For now, let's just do dd form, sorry, this form time slots. Boop. 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 And chupaloon. Nope. Okay. Didn't work. Do I even have? Yes, I do. I do. I do. I did something wrong. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. All right. First thing I need to check is if we are making a Livewire round trip whenever I'm clicking on one of those. And I am. So let's go to create ad, and instead of updated form time slots, let's go with updated. Property. And let's try and do if property equals form time slots. How much you want to bet is the name that is screwing me over? Something around something about the property name. It's an array. So this is interesting. The updated method fires for every single item on the time slots array. How can I target an updated method on a dynamic thing? What happens if I come back to the template and just do this? Radio station, there, and there, and boom, still same problem. Is there anything in the documentation regarding this? Updated username. Of course, you can also apply the updating arrays. Here we go. Array properties have an additional key. Maybe I should have read this beforehand, but I didn't know. I didn't know that I needed it. So updated preferences, value key. Okay. All right, so if I come back here, go back to the updated method. And I do updated. In fact, let's just go back a few steps. And the signature will be key and value. Or was it the other way around? Value key, yeah. So I can use the key now. Not the value, just the key. Or use the value if I needed to. Will this work now? Let's check. Radio station, service, date, time slot. Nah. Wait, what? What am I missing? What am I missing? Hmm. I don't get why. Updates. Yeah, I mean it's sending the right property name form time slots with a key of 1 and a value of 1130, which is what I just clicked. Let's try this. Turning that back to what it was. And I'm going to change the name just to make sure there's nothing weird with the naming. Updated form slots. Head back to the template. Form slots. Name time slots, that doesn't matter. Go back to the form, name this slots. All right. Radio station, service, date. Come on, dude. All the others work. Why are you being weird? Am I not seeing something really, really dumb? Let's go back. Come on, come on, come on. I can do this. I can do this. Array properties have an additional key argument passed to these functions to specify the changing element. Note that when the array itself is updated, instead of a specific key, the key argument is null. Fine. Okay. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. Like this? No. Oh. Why is it time slots here? Because I need a collection. So I have a time slots collection in this component, not in the form. And in fact, I should remove it from the form altogether. We'll think about something else for that. Save, back to the template, and no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's not like, it's not that. Maybe it's a conflict between the naming, the naming of the properties, because this one here has a time slot property, time slots property, which I need. Maybe just making those different. What could it be? What could it be? What are you doing? Come on, think. This is the only property that is an array. I just want to make sure, I just want to check if adding a key to this signature would give me any value when the property is an array. And this is this selected, this form. I don't know. This point, I'm just trying stuff. Undefined array key 1. The key has a value. What? Okay, back to what this was. Okay, now it's define array key of this. Really? Oh, right. Selected time slots. Yeah, I'm just gonna output this. Okay. I just don't get why all of the other fields worked fine with updated, then the form, and then the property name, except that one. Selected time slots, that didn't work, just because it's an array. It's ridiculous.
Bruh.
I don't know. I don't know. All right. That one stumped me. I have no idea why. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And we'll come back to it in the next episode. I think we did a lot today, to be honest. So I'm not going to be mad. We did a lot. We managed to get through a lot of inputs and a lot of logic. So I'm happy overall. I'm just gonna have to figure out that specific pain point. But I'm sure it's something dumb. I'm just not seeing something that is painfully obvious. But yeah, let's just leave it here for now, and we'll continue on Wednesday. And for everyone who joined me, thank you so much. If you found any of this helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. If you're on Twitch, please stand by because we're waiting out to someone else. Who do we have? Who do we have? Ferrets, maybe. This, I found this the other day quite interesting about space and astrobiology and stuff like that. So, and also games at the end. So you might find it interesting. So let's rate that. And thank you so much. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.